We'll talk about that shortly. We'll just wait to make sure the stream is up and kicking. It usually takes a few minutes to kick into everybody's algo, but we'll see how it transpires. Good morning if you're watching this as part of the a stream on the channel. Sorry, a video on the channel after we've streamed it. Good morning, morning, morning. The proper intro's coming, but just bear with us till I know that we've properly kicked in. Good puppies. Good puppies. Good. Alright, we've got a couple of people up and running, so here's the team. Good morning, thanks for tuning in, thanks for joining us. We're in Edinburgh. And let me do my proper usual introduction now that we know that we're up and running. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services Virtual Dog Walk. I'm Stephen Crighton. You join me and the team on Wednesday the 27th of August. Wait, is it the 27th? Yeah, 27th. And it's my morning session. If you're new to the channel, we have 20 odd dogs as part of the business. I take them out in multiples of sort of round about 8. We've got 8 out this morning. We've got the team. We'll introduce you to the team shortly. So you're getting a behind the scenes look at what these guys all deal with on their session when they're out together. And sometimes it's fun and games and sometimes it's not so fun. As Crafty Clark in the comments will tell you, we have mischievous pups amongst us, don't we, Charlie? Yes, we do. And Ruby. And yeah, the team are amazing. I love them to bits, but we have to keep an eye on them, don't we? Don't we? What are you doing up there, young lady? That better be dry grass and nothing else. I suspect it is based on the way she's been. Usually when they roll in something, they really dig and drive their neck into the sludge. Don't you, Charlie? You love the base of your neck to be nicely tainted. So there we go, they're just having a roll. Oh, and for the first time in a while, we're seeing Juno and Harris have a little bit of a head-to-head, a tete-a-tete, which is, I've also captured that on camera earlier today as part of the footage and the kind of stuff that I get for the owners. We had a right little not ding dong, that makes it sound as if they were like fighting with each other, but it was, compared to what they are like just now, the amount of boisterous play was through the roof. And Harris is a very playful dog, aren't you, buddy? Yes, I know. You might look like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth. And he is actually a therapy or a therapy dog, which is wonderful to have on the books. He's great in lots of different situations. But when it comes to play, Juno determines what's allowed, what isn't allowed, that kind of thing. And Juno and Harris sometimes spark off with each other a little bit in an interesting way. So we have that footage captured. Well, maybe I'm going to talk about how you might be able to view that later on, but we'll just get going for the time being. We'll just get through this gorse up onto their main stretch. Make sure everyone's doing okay. Well done, Biscuit. Pooing right in front of the camera. What a great time. Most of the dogs do all their business in the early stages of our walk. And they've all gone, including Biscuit, but that's the second one. You'll be getting charged for an extra poo bag, young man. Yes, you will. I have it. It's getting clipped to my belt as we speak, so there we go. Right, we leave nothing but paw prints behind. Nothing but paw prints. Come on, you lot. Come on. So welcome along, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, here's what you can expect. I'm out walking these 8 dogs. We're going to film them. We're going to have a little bit of fun. You guys can chat away to me in the comments, and you can be part of their day in a couple of wonderful ways. And I'll come on and explain that in a second or two. But we'll show you their sort of perspective on the session. We'll talk about anything challenging or interesting that we come across. And we'll show you some of the scenery and landscape of Scotland that we're in, and talk about that in a little bit of detail, as well as respond to all of the chat, of which we have plenty chat, but it's all just from Crafty Clark. Good morning. How are we doing? Yeah, I know. Well, how was my weekend? Weekend was good, but we've not had anyone come to view the house yet. It's quite frustrating. I'm sure we'll get there. We've been told to be patient. I was speaking about this 2 seconds ago. Juno telling Harris off for playing. That's all it required. And watch this. He'll just come into line. He'll just come in to check with the rest of the dogs. He'll just be like, okay, we're nice and chilled here. It's interesting. I think Harris's owner would really like him to have a lot of rough and tumble, a lot of an outpouring of energy on these sessions. And he gets a great balance of different things: social structure, new environments, great places to stick his nose, good exercise, low intensity, I have to add, you know, the speed that we're walking at just now. But she would like a little bit more explosive stuff, and when it comes out, it's usually put a stop to by the boss. You'll notice I didn't have any interaction there at all with the dogs. We just watched what happened and unfolds. And that's kind of what this is about, the channel. So you'll get to see the good, the bad and the ugly as we go around. Maria says hi, good morning. Good morning. So here's a couple of ways you guys can all be part of the day today. So you can come and join us in the chat. We'd love that. It's a lovely little community, and I love finding out where everyone's watching from, and your own dogs, and how you discovered the channel, and if you're returning, and all these kind of things. So don't be shy in coming into the chat, giving us a little bit of chit chat. If that's too much and you don't want to, you're not in a very social mood this morning, you just want to watch along, that's fine. But another thing that you can do up here somewhere, it's probably going to say that there are 8 likes. For every 10 that we hit, these guys, each of them, are going to get a little biscuit. So for every 10 and multiple of 10, we're going to give the dogs a little training treat. As a nice thank you to you guys watching along at home, which we appreciate. In addition to that, I've been told you can now join our little membership program on the channel. We've now got some member only stuff. I don't know quite how you do that from this live stream, but if you visit the channel, I'm sure the instructions from YouTube will be very clear. And later today there'll be lots of member only bits and pieces, stuff that the owners get to see, and stuff specifically for you guys, my favourite viewers and people who come on regularly. So go ahead and have a look at that if you wish. There's obviously, you can just watch along at no cost and no obligation if you like, but it's there. If you choose to support the channel, we would be very grateful, and that's a great way to do it. So thank you to everyone. Right, okay, I'll get my handling voice away, and we'll just focus on the puppers. Killer Drone's joining us. Good morning. Louisa, ciao, how are we? You're back in Arkansas, Killer Drone. You've got a pet. Ooh, they're not actually illegal here in the UK. I don't know if that's a surprise to you or not, but they're part of the Dangerous Dogs Act, and we're not allowed, not only are we not allowed to own them, but from my business perspective, I wouldn't be allowed to walk them. That's for sure. And despite, you know, it's nothing against the breed, from my perspective, it's the law. It's just the law of the land. Oh, the Ozarks, eh? Well, the only thing I know of it is the here we go, here's some play about to kick off. Harris is desperate for Edith to join in. This is his way of flirting. This is Harris and this is Edith. You've heard your names and you're wondering if you're in trouble, but I just want to watch what you do. Oh, sweet pups. Good puppies, good puppies. Good morning, Rafe. Good morning. I'm reading the chat as we go here, folks. But we've hit our milestone so far. We've hit our little 10 like threshold, which means I'm going to break up the party here. Break up the flirting. Juno knows. Juno's ready. Good girl. Good girl, Edith. Good girl, Nell. Good boy, Charlie. Good boy, Barney. You sit nice for me, bud? Good boy. Yes, good boy. Ruby, did you already get? No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Harris, you don't often take, buddy. You fancy one? It's for you. This is for you. Good boy. Good boy. Harris doesn't often take. Look how happy he is. Thank you to everyone watching along and providing that little training treat for the pups. Hey, now, I'm talking. That means you're not. Hey, what are you saying? You got something to say to the audience? Have you? Look at them kissing. Barney's like, you've got crumbs on your lips. I'm going to take them. Right, appreciate that, folks. Thank you. Let's we'll do that again if we hit 20 likes. If and when we hit 20 likes. Sorry, when we hit 20 likes. Harris has got some zoomies in him now that he's had a little biscuit. Look at him. He's wired. If you're a regular viewer, you're probably not going to see this that often from him. Which Juno's about to put an end to this. Let's just see. So hopefully you're not getting too dizzy. Hang on. Let's try and plant this somewhere. She's not got the speed to catch him. Ruby, chill, 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 Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. It's not your fight, sweetheart. Juno's yelp is getting more frantic. Watch this. So Harris has stopped behind me. She's just going to chill. He's not hiding. Watch, I'll bring her over. Harris, Juno, who's this? We so rarely get to see this on stream, folks. This is... Hey, Rubes! Here's the way to take me out. Ruby wants in on the action. I'm going to unflip Ruby from... Oh. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Hey, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Thank you. There's a thing in dog behaviour, when it goes too far, they will automatically come to a stop, as they've done. It's called a cut-off cue. It happens naturally in dog play. And this is the time that we would reward them for stopping and being calm. Not for all the nonsense that we've seen before, but just for being nice, calm puppies. And this cut-off cue, see, watch. This is for Harris. Harris. Go on, you have that back. There you go, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. That cut-off cue is such an important sort of part of the play, because dogs that are not very well, in inverted commas, socialised, I don't like that term very much. We'll maybe explain that later, but if they don't understand how dogs play, because they've maybe been kept away from other dogs as a young pup and things like that, maybe they've been badly treated, or maybe they're not that great around other dogs for other reasons. If they don't understand that cut-off cue, then they basically don't know how to play. you need to know how to stop playing in order to be able to how to start. And that might sound a bit backwards, but you'll see now that Juno and Harris probably are just going to walk on the rest of the walk in exactly the same fashion that we always do, and how the others are. Hey, you're not getting another biscuit, sweetie. I know, have I opened up your taste buds? Have you not had your brekkie? I know. So yeah, and also Harris has taken his leave. He's recovering. He's trying to cool down against the nice cool grass. And remember, their organs are all on their underside. So when dogs are hot after running around like that, they don't sweat like we would do. And they need to find a way to cool down. So usually that's lying down, rolling around, and having a gulp of water. But we don't have any water here, unfortunately. Not where we are. So yeah, so you'll find that Juno and Harris are probably pretty chilled now that they've got that out of their system. Especially Harris. He's had his bit of thrill for the morning. He's had his thrill. Right, what are we saying in the chat? What are we saying? Josh. Morning, Josh. I don't know what that word means, but good morning. And Killer Drone and Crafty Clark are continuing their little chat with each other, which I love. It's such a nice little community here. We love it. We love it. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, welcome along. Thank you for sticking by, watching our little dog walk. We're high above Edinburgh city centre just now. Right there on the horizon is Edinburgh Castle. Almost all the places I take the dogs have a nice view of the castle. And we're currently on public land. I know that a lot of people watch from the States. You'll be confused about where I am. You'll think this is that I own this or whatever. No, this is like a public park essentially. And Edinburgh's built on 7 hills. There's one of them over there in the background. That's the tallest of the 7. That one is Arthur Seat. And all the land in Scotland is kind of immune to trespass, so we don't have any trespass laws or anything like that. Harris lying down, Juno lying down, both cooling off. I'm going to take my guidance from them. They're both feeling hot. We're just going to slow the pace down a little bit until they catch their breath. Let the dogs go and have a little sniff and explore. Just take it easy. You alright, sweetheart? Josh, yeah, they're not my pups. I wish they were all mine. I really do mean that quite sincerely. But they are. Yeah, it's the business is this is what the business does. It looks after other people's dogs while they're either at work or otherwise indisposed. And there's quite a lot of my clients will just use our services because I can offer the dogs something maybe they can't. So different locations, a little community, a sense of belonging. Quite a nice little setup we've got. Thank you for the question, a great question. But yeah, in a world where money was no object, they'd all be mine. They'd all be mine. We're nearly hitting another. Where is the alpha dog? Oh, okay, so we kind of get this every now and again, and it's not really a thing in modern dog language and sort of behaviour around how we talk about dogs. They tend to act more like a sort of family, an integrated family, rather than like a schoolyard or a prison yard, right? They're not. We don't have to be the toughest. Each of the dogs will have separate roles. They'll do different things for the pack. Maybe they'll not do anything for the pack. Then maybe they'll be quite solitary. But that's a rotten answer, so let me just tell you it's Juno. No, I'm just joking. It's a bit more complicated than Who's Top Dog, because they all have different things that they offer the pack, and at different stages. But we tend to find that the dogs that have the most influence on the rest of the team are always female. I don't know if that's just the combination of dogs that I've got, or if it's the dogs I've particularly selected to work with. I'm not sure, it's hard to tell, but it always seems to be the females that have quite a significant amount of sway within the team. And with that said, I regularly walk boys together, especially on a Monday. On a Monday afternoon, we've got Biscuit, Otis, who's another Border Terrier. We've got my own dog Dante, we've got Max and Pablo, and we've got a Labrador called Finn. And the 6 of them on a Monday afternoon are very unruly. There's a bit of a no holds barred sort of setup goes on, and they're a bit kind of over the top with their play, and they're crashing into each other, and they're wrestling, and even their noise levels. And on occasions we've had one of the females from the afternoon team just join us on that Monday for an extra walk, and their temperament completely changes. They simmer right down, and they understand that they could at any moment be subject to a telling off. So it is fascinating. It's genuinely fascinating. Canadian man, I suspect you're in Canada, but if you're watching along still, you're watching Edinburgh in Scotland. Welcome. Killer Drone knows. Killer Drone in the chat knows for sure. Oh, folks, have we hit 20 likes? Did we already hit that? Did we already reward the dogs for that milestone? I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like maybe they're getting an extra here. I don't know. I'm getting confused in my old age. Anyway, the dogs can have a little training biscuit, the courtesy of the lovely viewers. I'm in charge, so we don't need to make it a set rule. Go on, Biscuit, catch that, buddy. Charlie, you catch it? Good boy. Good June bug. Harris, you fancy this? Excuse me. Excuse me. Blacksmith. Haha, what a funny comment. What a hilarious. Is a Doug the same thing as a dog? Yeah. You wouldn't have an H in it. If you want to stick around, you just behave your attitude in the chat, alright? Otherwise, bye-bye. Oh, doodles, man. You're too right. Too right. I heard a brilliant Scottish expression for people like that, and it was from a TV clip from the 70s, and this Scottish guy called another Scottish guy a dunderhead, which kind of just means a silly head kind of thing. Charlie, nah, come on. But we make a good point. They're all the same size. That's quite specific. That's deliberate. Maybe not quite rabbit sized. Probably more hare sized, to be fair. But yeah, they're all about the same size. We're talking terrier and spaniel sort of sized. What do we have? Beagle, Ruby the Beagle, Nell the Cockapoo. We've got Juno and Biscuit Border Terriers. We've got Charlie is a West Highland Terrier. Barney's a Shih Tzu. Harris here is a Show Cocker. Hey buddy, how you doing, bud? Good boy. I know. And we've got our Welsh Springer. Hey sweetie, Edith. Hello sweetheart. Good girl. Good girl. And which dog is mine? None of these guys. I have a German short hair pointer who comes out in the afternoon sessions with the bigger team. And all of these guys know my own dog Dante. They've all met him, especially as a pup when he was about their size. He was about their size for about 1 minute. I was able to take him on about one walk with them before he became basically too destructive. What are you? Why is your nose twitching, buddy? What's going on? Rabbit, you're living the dream. Ah, yeah. Today, when it's nice and dry, and there's no members of the public shouting at you, and there's no cyclists, 75-year-old cyclists on e-bikes, reliving their childhood, getting the bike that they weren't allowed, that their father wouldn't buy them. Yeah, living the dream. We've hit 30 likes, folks. Thank you. Heather has pointed that out. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Heather, where are you watching from? I love that name. Here you go, Barney. All right, Bisky. Hey, Nell, come on. We're a bit too vocal today, sweetheart. Good girl, Edith. Good Charlie boy. Hey, what's the matter? Ruby. Good girl. Good girl. Harris? Harris? Yes. You took it. Good boy. Worcestershire. How are we doing? Welcome along. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Folks, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. I don't know if I mentioned this already. You can, a couple of ways you can support the channel. You can subscribe and tune in regularly. It's a great way to support us. And recently we have launched the membership side of the YouTube services as well. So you can join up with us. You can become a member and support us even further if you wish, but there's absolutely no obligation to do that at all. Just point that out. If I don't mention it, most of you will not realise it's the thing. So there we go. I'm putting my cap away. My panhandling. Hello in Russia. How are we doing? Well, Blacksmith is definitely up for a fight this morning, folks. Blacksmith is up for a fight. You're up for a fight. Goodbye. Doesn't even know what he's talking about. Anyway. Come on then, let's get up on Fraggle Rock. Come on. Good puppies. Good puppies. Look at you, Charlie. You're so happy. You're such a happy pup. Good biscuit. Good boy. Good boy, Barney. Nearly made it all the way up. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Good boy, Harris. You coming, Junebug? You coming up? Come on. Juno, up. Juno. Here. What's this? Oh God, I dropped the biscuit that was going to lure her up with. Go on, now. Now, up you go. Good girl. Juno. Right, you guys stay there. Wait. Let's see if I can get you all in shot. If Juno was it. Yeah, no. I was trying to screenshot that. Thorax. Never mind. I see you, biscuit. I know you're standing so proud. That's such a beautiful shot. I see you, boy. I know. I see you, buddy. What a handsome boy. I know, Josh, I was close. There's a couple of videos when I used to make long format videos opposed to going live. There's a place that I take the dogs to usually about once a week, and there's a wall, and this wall, like, I try and get like this. I try and get all the dogs lined up on the wall and like perched so that I can take a photo and whatever. And anyway, so when I used to make the longer format videos, I'd have a like GoPro strapped to me here, or sometimes I would just hold it. And so I could sort of set it up on a corner and then try, and then like, you know, would maybe time lapse the video, and like 20 minutes later, still, like, you know, I'd get like, out of the 8 dogs, you'd get 7 up, and then you'd try and get the last one up, and then one would jump off, and then you'd get like another one would jump off because they thought, oh, why are you jumping off? and then like you'd only end up with one on there, and then it was, I mean, it doesn't sound like it's very funny when I'm saying it out loud, but when you watch it, it's very comical of them jumping up, jumping down, jumping up, jumping down. And yeah, it was quite, it's one of these things that just, it reminds me you should never work with animals and kids. It's like a great reminder. They're so individually on their own, I get any one of them to do anything that I would want, but collectively sometimes they just act a little bit stupid. It's like they don't get it. I don't know, and I absolutely blame myself. There's no like, there is no doubt that it's all to do with me and not to do with the dogs. It's my skill set, but I have to say it is quite a funny thing to sort of try and work with and try and do. At least it makes my day anyway. Can you guys see Biscuit? I'm going to point him out to you, okay? He's here. Wait till the camera focus. Can you see him? Let's see if we can get him in. Keep your eye on that part of the screen. Biscuit! Can you come? He's coming. The rest of them are all coming in as well. You'll hear them breathing. You see him now? Come on, young man. Oh, he stopped and turned around and gone back to where one of them peed. Oh, well, just leave him. Good, you pups. Good, good, good. I can hear him over my shoulder. He's coming now. He's coming now. Trigonometry. I love that name. I'm such a big fan. How long are we out? Because it causes cataracts. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard of this before, but I am curious. I'm going to go and, I promise you, that's something I will go and research just now. But yeah, we're out for an hour in the northern Scottish sun. It's blinding. It's blinding. In fact, if anyone can actually tell me where the sun is, I'd be very, very surprised. There you go. There you go. Had the full panoramic view of the sky there. The sun is going to cause us bother, folks, I think. Yeah, these guys are out for an hour, and then this afternoon, my bigger dogs, they'll get an hour and a half, or maybe 2 hours, depends on the weather, depends on the location, and how well behaved they're being. Lowest energy comment of the day. Are you alright, Blacksmith? Is everything okay at home? You can, this is like a really safe space to tell us. You can tell us anything. But in all seriousness, it feels like you got a little bit more anger than the channel is like conducting, bud. So maybe take your hatred somewhere else. I don't know, maybe someone else will bite. It's not really that hard. You just need to watch along. Watch the dogs. Your eyes are strong. Strong like bull. Yeah, we know your type. We know your type. Nothing defeats you. But you probably live to like a hearty age of 56, right? Harris! Oh God, he's off. Harris! We're not going down there, bud. Yeah, I know you can handle the comments. I'm not trying to stick up for anyone. You guys all brought this upon yourselves. I'm just out here pointing the camera at my dogs, occasionally reading what you guys say. I'm sure everyone's finding it quite entertaining though. Good puppies. Good puppies. We're kind of coming to the end of our session. I know it's a bit sad. But you can definitely tune in again to us tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually the last session of the week. We've got the van the blasted van is in for its annual checkup and a bit of work. So on Friday we're not operating. I'll maybe still try and stream with my own pup, with Dante. We'll see how that goes. It would be quite nice to do that, but the definitely tomorrow's the last one for the week officially. So make sure you tune into that and make sure you hit the subscribe button. We'd really like you to be here, especially Blacksmith. 100% grade A American prime cut. We need that in our chat. We really do need that in a Scottish channel dedicated to walking dogs together. We really need that 100% alpha male prime cut American beef. So from us and the prime cut Americans, thank you for tuning in as always. We appreciate it. To the real top fans, thank you so much. To everyone who's been part of the journey and supporting us, thank you so much. And to everyone who's given us a little like so that the dogs could get a biscuit, that's awesome. We appreciate you so much. We hope we've made your day a little bit brighter. Remember, you can subscribe, you can join our membership team, and many more things on the channel. Go and have a look. Lots of little funny videos, of which I'm put up a couple later on today as well. So thank you for tuning in. Have a great, what are we on, Wednesday? Have a great hump day. Time to get these guys on the lead, get them back home, get them home safely, get them away from these comments. You're Scottish descent. I couldn't care, mate. I could not care. Right, all the best. Take care. Bye bye.